What if I told you that the single biggest thing holding you back from your goals isn't your talent, it's not your resources, it's not even your competition? What if it's just a simple mental habit you use every single day, probably without even realizing it? Well, in this explainer, we're going to dive into a concept that is so fundamental, it's literally the blueprint for everything from the chair you're sitting on to the greatest achievements in all of human history. It's called image making. And honestly, understanding this one idea can change everything. This quote just gets right to the heart of it, doesn't it? The whole idea of image making isn't about trying to outgrow other people. It's about outgrowing your own limitations. Once you really get this, your whole mindset shifts from a competitive one to a purely creative one. You realize the only thing you're ever truly up against is what you don't yet understand about your own power to create. So, what is image making exactly? Well, it's simply the process of forming a picture in your mind. And here's the thing, we all do it all the time. But, and this is the catch, most of us use this incredible power completely in reverse. We look at our current results, our bank account, our job, our relationships, and we build a mental image from that reality. We end up just reinforcing the very circumstances we say we want to change. To really get a feel for how this works, let me tell you a quick story. So there's a minister driving through the countryside, and he comes across this absolutely magnificent farm. I mean, it's perfectly manicured. The crops are beautiful. Everything is just pristine. He sees the farmer out in the field and just has to stop and pay him a compliment. So the minister, trying to be gracious, he says, "My good man, God has certainly blessed you with a beautiful farm." And the farmer's response, this is what just brilliantly illustrates the point. He replies, "Yes, Reverend, you're right. But I just wish you could have seen it when he had it all to himself." You see, the minister saw God's creation, but the farmer knew the real truth. The raw materials were there, sure, but it was his vision, his image of what that farm could be, plus his hard work that actually shaped it. We are co-creators. We're given the stuff of the universe, but we are the ones who must provide the image. Okay, so how does this actually work? How does a simple thought, just an image in your mind, become a physical thing in your world? Well, there's a very clear mental blueprint that every single man-made creation follows. Just think about the very first chair. It had to start somewhere, right? It started as a simple thought. Someone got tired of sitting on the ground. That thought then created an image in their mind of a better way, a thing to sit on. That image sparked a desire for comfort, which then drove the action to go out and build it. And then finally, the physical chair was created, which was really just a copy of the mental one. Every single man-made thing, from a pencil to a skyscraper, follows this exact blueprint. And this isn't just for everyday objects. No way. This is the exact same mental tool used by history's greatest game changers. Columbus held an image of a new world when everyone else just saw an endless ocean. The Wright brothers held a crystal-clear image of flight while standing firmly on the ground. They all held an image in their mind of something that did not yet exist, and they held it so strongly that it basically bent reality to match. Okay, so holding the image is step one. That's absolutely crucial. But there's another ingredient that's just as essential. It's the one thing that separates the dreamers from the people who actually change the world. Napoleon Hill said it best. Persistence is what gives your vision its strength, its structure. It's like the carbon that turns flimsy iron into unbreakable steel. Because, let's be real, you are going to face setbacks. You'll face circumstances that make you feel like you're going backwards. Persistence is the act of holding that image anyway, of refusing to let your current reality overwrite your vision. Let's look at the story of a guy named John Canary. Back in 1971, he built this clear image of himself as a successful, world-class speaker. Now, everyone told him how incredibly hard it was, that 1,000 people fail for every one who makes it. But his image was stronger than their doubts. He persisted. He read, he studied, he traveled at his own expense. He faced that raw fear of being on stage. And the result? He became exactly the person he saw in his mind all those years ago. All right, now let's look at a case study that shows just how dramatically and how quickly your external world can change the very moment you fix your internal image. This one is incredible. It really all comes down to this choice. Do you let your current reality, the sales report, the number on the scale, whatever it is, define your mental image? Or do you define the mental image first and then let reality scramble to catch up? So, this is Paul Hutsey. By all accounts, he was a good, well-respected manager at Prudential Insurance. He had a solid team, a good track record. But this was his reality. His office was ranked 175th nationally. I mean, not terrible, but not great either.
And the problem was that number became their identity. They were the 175th place team.
And this was his big frustration. Year after year, he knew in his gut his team was capable of being in the top 100, but they were just stuck. They were letting their rank dictate their image, and it turned into a self-fulfilling prophecy. Then came the crucial shift. He was advised to stop seeing his team as number 175 trying to get into the top 100. Instead, he was told to start seeing them and acting like them as a top 100 team that just happened to have a low number next to its name for the moment. He changed the image first. And look at this. Just 6 months after changing that internal image, the external results followed in a massive way. His team shot up to 11th in the entire company. They didn't necessarily work harder, they worked with a completely different identity. So this isn't just a collection of interesting stories. It's a really practical tool. Now let's break down how you can build your own mental blueprint starting today. Okay, here is your blueprint. It's 3 simple steps. First, you have to relax and just create the image. Don't force it. Let the vision of what you truly want float to the center of your mind. Second, write it down. Get a card, write it out in the present tense. I am so happy and grateful now that I see myself. And third, and this is the most important part, you have to act as if. Carry that card with you, read it every day, and start to think and act like the person who has already achieved that image. And that brings us to this really powerful idea from Goethe. Before you can do something, you first must be something. This isn't about faking it till you make it. It's about understanding that your being comes before your doing. First, you have to be the person in your mind. From that state of being, the right actions and the right results will just naturally follow. So the only question left is, what image will you start building today?